Good afternoon, everybody. It's November 1st, technically my birthday, and we got a lot to get going on. So we've got a lot of upgrades planned, and I've got to go ahead and finish out the last field. It's finally ready to rock and roll, and it's awful. I looked at it the other day. It was drying out. It looked decent, but it looks horrible, and I can only imagine it just looks worse. I don't think that these sunflowers are going to produce anything of high value to us, definitely at this time. I don't know. I want to go take one more look at them before we take the combine out there and kind of judge like how much of a yielding we're going to end up getting. So I know this is not a common practice in Iowa, which I know that's where we're at. We're in Iowa, but there's these guys who made a pivot that goes front and back forward. Well, I was thinking about it. We could use with one of those pivots. We have this massive area right here. If we got like one pivot and put it all the way through, because especially with that up there, that's drier up there than it is back here. Like, it hasn't got a lick better. Like, look at how small of a flower these things had. There's no beautiful flower head. I don't know. I'm not expecting a lot out of it. I'm expecting some. I'm expecting to do decent, but those flower heads are really bad. And honestly, I sunk a lot of money to get these seeds. Like, we took out a little bit of a loan to get the seeds for this, and this is definitely something we're not going to be redoing. This doesn't hit like it's supposed to. The rest of the year has been kind of on a balance of we're going to pay the loan off, we're not going to pay the loan off. And especially with those guys coming later today, because they already have the pivot built. I mean, I don't know, but yeah. All right, let's head on back over to the shop and let's get the combine ready to rock and roll. Part of me really don't want to even waste the diesel on it because I think I'm gonna spend more money in diesel, but the show must go on and we're gonna give it a shot. Actually, hold up. I think we can do better. Hold up. I got an idea. I got an idea. I don't have the best of ideas all the time, but I do have this idea. Hold up. So using a normal corn header, they get a lot of header loss with these things. Specialty headers. Aha! We can get a Geringhoff, and that's leasing, and it's going to take the last little bit of money we have. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get that over here and get it actually, I'm just going to take the combine, because yes, I'm going to use the combine to do this. I've already looked up online and talked to a bunch of farmers that kind of told me roundabout what to expect I'm going to need, and honestly, not as much as I thought I was going to need. See, like right here in this area is where I would put it. I would actually park the pivot right here and let it go that way towards the other side of the field, because that is honestly the most ground it can pick up. With this up here being a little bit drier than that down there, and honestly, if I move it right, and depending on how long it is, I mean, we probably could also make Buck and Austin real happy, put water down on their stuff as well and bring it back. Which also, this is the really cool part about the pivots that we're getting, is the pivots themselves, you can add chemicals to it and they'll go through and they'll spray. So like, we need a little extra liquid fertilizer, throw some liquid in it, let it go. All right, here is the Geringhoff header. This is a interesting little sucker, but she'll work. That's all I need. And while I'm thinking about it, I need to go ahead and switch the rows. I need work direction. I need that set to at a 90-degree angle, and I'm gonna hit confirm. There we go. Work direction set. Perfect. All right, headers down. This ain't looking good so far. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. Worst case scenario, we lose the farm. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This right here is honestly the make it or break it crop. I thought this was gonna make us a lot of money. That's why I planted such a big area of it. I was not planning for whatever happened. I don't honestly know what happened. I really don't. I don't know if it was too much water. I mean, can't be that, because we had a drought year, I thought. I mean, I don't know if it had too much water or not enough water, maybe. I mean, maybe it was a drought year and that kind of hurt us. But this is not, what I've been told, the way yields are supposed to go. This is yielding terrible. Like at most, I think we'll have at least 3. Maybe about 2 semi trucks if I'm lucky. Yeah, so right now I'm only doing this little bit because I know the GPS would be wonky if I didn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up right here. Let's get the worst crop I've ever harvested out of the field. Don't mind me just casually over here, but steal Jake's diesel tank for a second. You gotta back it on up, grab my diesel and run. I kind of didn't look at the fuel gauge, and I didn't realize until now that I was empty. So we're just gonna fill it up, It's about right there. I don't imagine it's gonna take even 1,000 liters to fill it up, but better be safe than sorry. Alrighty, we got her going up into there. Everything should be ready to get back and rolling. We got the hopper filled up with one load. Didn't realize I was going to run out as quick as I did, but I kind of ran out. So the rest is still not yielding good. Let me get inside of here for a second, take a look at the hopper. Hopper wise, we got 30-something% in here. Could be better, but it is what it is. We just got to finish this out, or finish unloading this, I guess. And oh, she's a thirsty little girl. She's taking a full 1,000 liters. Good Lord. All right, we'll just go and park the truck there. Let's go and get back in here and let's get this whole field knocked out. So we got one trailer, one lousy trailer. You know, I'm not a big person of telling people about wasting, but one trailer is all I got out of all that field. I think this one's gonna catch up with me there. And this is not what the farm needed. At everything I could have done, I never would have figured the sunflowers, the thing I was depending on the most, to bring in some good cash for the winter, was gonna be what brought me down. There you go, cows. Have fun with your sunflowers. It ain't no good to me. Ain't no one gonna buy that little of amount of sunflowers. I don't care what anybody says. That's you throw it out and then go figure out the rest of your life. Now, I figure I can get a pretty good price on the sunflowers I do got, but it's not gonna be good. Well, I guess we gotta go call the banker, see what we can do by getting I don't even really want to get that pivot, deal with the pivot right now. If I didn't already order it and have it coming down here, I just gotta get the money ready because they'll be requesting the wire transfer in a minute. Well, the boys at least just left, and for what I've been told, the pivot is all set and ready to rock and roll. This is a nice pivot. It's actually a really good pivot. It's all controlled via wires and all that fun stuff, electronics, yeah, stuff I don't understand a lot about. But the way it works is you got this right here is the place where you fill it up. We have a well drilled here. This is what's pumping the water into this supply right here. On top of that, you have the diesel barrel, which is what we use to make sure the engine's got enough water, and it just goes back and forth, back and forth. Now the goal is to eventually on the other side set up another area that's exactly like this on the other side, so it fills up coming back. Actually, GPS marks where it last left off, and it comes back over here and fills back up from this. And the way this works is a little bit of high-tech stuff going on here. Is there's a hose, there's a tube that comes down, up, it connects to it, fills water, goes back down, goes off, comes back. It's a really neat system. I'm glad to have it here on the farm, but hopefully this makes the farm worth a little bit more so that we can get more money out of it. Because honestly, with that terrible harvest we just had, I don't know how much we're gonna live. And plus, ladies and gentlemen, this cost us $300,000 to get all this done. So, ladies and gentlemen, with no further ado, thank you guys so much for those appreciating me and my entire family. I'm super excited about this, and I can't wait to see what we get done. And yeah, I'm telling the other guys that I'm losing everything. Yeah, we'll leave that alone. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.